Are you getting all the attention you need? You are? Do you need more? Okay, honey. You hear the airplane flying over? Oh, Turkey too. He might be jealous. I know. You're so sweet. So, I guess you've kind of accepted her. You don't care? I mean, you're just like an old papa now. I knew you would be. Yeah? You just want to lay in your mud, lay by the turkeys, chase the rabbits in your dreams. Yeah? 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 Yeah. He don't care. Good morning, Mama. Hey, don't be eating my rose bush. She's up on her post. Good morning, guys. Welcome to Appalachia's Homestead. I think we're gonna have to make the decision to finally transition girlfriend to the barn because she's like beginning to eat everything in the yard, and that's cute and all, but after to a certain point, it gets a little stressful. So let's walk over and look at the big garden. I gotta do all my morning chores now. I've really wanted to pressure wash the side of the barn. This is why I told James the other day, I said, I'm so glad the new house is dark brown brick. I know that is so Brady Bunch, but I grew up loving brown brick homes, yellow and brown brick homes. And I'm just saying that for the people that are not too far from us that are building this beautiful, beautiful home and everything is white as snow, you might regret that decision here in Southeast Tennessee. Are you kidding me? Oh, we have hummingbirds flying around, y'all. Okay, so look here. So here's all my cosmos. Isn't this awesome? Look at the morning glories, y'all. I love morning glories. Some people are like, just let them grow. Honey, they will take over everything here. Look, now here's another case in point. Here is a perfect example. I've done this before. That is exactly what cosmos looks like when it goes to seed. It is the simplest thing to seed safe from, but I want you to look down here. I guess I'm gonna end up being a watermelon farmer because the volunteers are relentless here. Miss Betty White, the turkey, Mama Turkey, she's the one making all that racket. She has this thing in the mornings where she wants you to come up there and hang out with her, and she wants you to sit and she wants you to pet her. She likes a lot of attention from James, a lot. And then she likes for you to come over and to pour water into a bucket, and she likes the bubbles. Strangest personality, but you gotta love her. So the corn is doing fantastic. Look here. It is just doing phenomenal. And you have all the beautiful tasseling. And every morning, it's really cool this morning, y'all. We have a cool down. We may get some rain today. More rain. The bees are just all over the place. It is the most phenomenal thing to walk through rows of corn and to see beautiful bees. These girls so busy foraging. Really, it's like a spiritual experience. It's really awesome. So I'm not going to terrorize them. I'm going to let all these girls do all of their busy work. But again, when you grow a garden and you try to cultivate your land and you try to, whatever style you use, the important thing is you're not just feeding you, you're teaching yourself, you're feeding yourself, you could be teaching others, and look what you're doing for other things. It's very important, very important. So the corn, I only did one block this year, And we've talked about doing different things for next year. I've got another whole piece of land that I'm thinking about growing corn and maybe potatoes on. May take the front half of the orchard because the orchard is really big. For us, it's big. And so because we're slowly building it, woo, hey girlfriend, I may just take the time to, I may take advantage of it one year and maybe do potatoes because you want to keep that rotating. So I don't know, we'll see. I'll talk right now. I'll talk. So this I really want to show you because I've had a lot of questions about it. This is my great grandmother's cleome seed from my Nana. And this was all supposed to be irises. You've seen me talk about that side's not done yet. I've done that on purpose. This side, nothing came up. I'm a little upset about it, but you know, whatever, not really. It's just bee balm, we'll do it again. And things coming up over here, but I just threw these down. These are from my great grandmother. My Nana seed saved and had seeds from her, and she's been doing this for years. And so the last year or two, I've collected seeds from my Nana. And so now I have this here. This is your fourth sister. So they're spider plants. Some of you might know my spider plants. Look at all of these. But it's one thing to plant irises because my great grandmother loved them. But it's another whole deal to know that the seeds, the actual seeds, literally were passed down to you, and you've been able to keep them going. And I'll be able to seed save again from this year, and they're very plentiful and very beautiful, so I'll spread it around to some other spots again and continue to let that be. I really think that I love zinnias and sunflowers, love it, roses and all kinds of different things, but clearly the bright lights, cosmos, and I'm thinking the cleome might be our signature here. I hope so. Hey, that's not working out for me. I'm gonna have to come in there. Hey, your sister, that is not even funny. Oh, now you wanna love on me. I see how this works. So really this is kind of falling in line with each other because it's nice to know that you're transitioning animals around when the other ones that you're transitioning into the area that they are, and you're acclimating babies and new creatures into a certain area that the ones that are already there and established are, you know, happy, healthy, cool, whatever. And Cochise, while he is as dirty as a low-down dirty dog, because that's what he does, he's really, really doing well, and he accepted an Oli. So what we've been doing over the past 6 to 8 weeks or more is, you know, we got a new Great Pyrenees, and she was born in February, so she is only 5 months old, is that right? Something like that. So she's still a puppy, and she's still growing, and she's still getting used to everything, and she's such a love muffin. I mean, I've never seen, Cora and Cochise both were not this big of a love muffin. They just weren't, and they were a little bit more serious, but their circumstances that they were born into and raised in as a puppy and bonded with how they bonded with their parents was different. Good morning. Good morning. So when we got Cochise, he was the only puppy in the whole litter that had survived. So he didn't really have an opportunity to be with other puppies. He was with all adult dogs and his parents and goats. So he was very shy, but he was very, very serious. When we got Cora, now while she was in an actual litter and did great, she's actually not a full Pyrenees. She is a Pyrenees Anatolian. And I will tell you, based upon my one-time experience with Anatolian Shepherds, she is definitely Anatolian dominant. And so she is, you know, while she was sweet and playful, you know, puppy, she very quickly grew into, I am the dominant figure of anything that I'm going to be with or around. So that was very, very unique. Whereas now we have this little baby. She was with puppies, and she was with her parents, the actual parents, the Great Pyrenees. She was with goats and chickens, but she was also with children. lots of little children every day. So she's just very, very loving. That doesn't mean she's not going to bond or do her job, because I'm very adamant about making sure we're doing everything we can to make sure that happens. You know, we don't want to set her up for failure. I would love to take her and just stick her in the yard with the goat and play all day, but that's setting her up for failure for what we expect her to do. So what we do here is maybe a little bit different than what other people have done, but I really try to look at good guidance in terms of acclimating her. But you also have to acclimate everybody else. And the most important thing to acclimate are the larger dominant figures in the farm. Number 1 will be Cochise. Number 2 are my cows. And number 3 are the mama goats. So it's a work in progress, but we really feared that Cochise could attack her for obvious reasons. And he didn't. So we've set some hay bales, old hay bales out here. I'll use them for something, but to kind of block the visual, because Cochise comes up and he sees the wild rabbits. It's like the wild rabbits tease him and he goes nuts. So, and by the way, I pulled this away like 2 weeks ago. There's a big old snake coiled up underneath it, so be careful. Good morning. Hey, you're in your mud spot. Okay. So last week or the other day, oh, she wants out. So the other day, get better lighting. So the other day, James came up and started doing the barn for me. And he came to the gate, and it didn't look like this. Anoli was standing right here. And Cochise was sitting right over there. So when I come up to the barn, I have a certain way I do things. I try to get everybody, the big animals first, fed first, such as Cochise is always fed first. Then I try to get the cows up and moving, and I feed them in different places so they walk. It's good for their feet. And then I feed the goats, and then I put Anoli out with the goats. I like to feed the goats first, get them busy. It's all about distraction, really. And then I take her out. So things are changing as far as how we keep her and what we're going to be doing, but the process so far has worked. So apparently, Anoli, see what we did is we had her out in a kennel with a large kennel with the goats. And she started digging. And that's not necessarily a shocker. So what I started doing is putting her back on tether during the day. If the weather's good, it's got good shade, I give her double buckets and water, and I check on her. It depends on every day is a little bit different. So I don't just tether my dog and put her out and leave her all day. It doesn't work like that. She has to be out with the goats because they have to get used to her. She has to get used to them. But at the same time, the reason why so many tether is because you don't want her to learn that she can chase. Because also what happens is I have established, I have a herd of goats, so I have a hierarchy. And some of these older goats that I have, these mamas, they're very, very protective. And they're a lot bigger than she is. So what will happen is they will attack her, they'll stomp her. And we don't want that. Same reason she's not out running with my cows. Lovey does not like dogs. And so when we brought her to the farm last year, when we got her a year and a half ago, she was very, very, very upset about Cochise. What are you doing? Are you demanding attention? Always. Good morning. Are you ready to eat? Oh my goodness. Show. Hi, Joey. Okay. Here we go, guys. Kaboom. Come on, Miss Blanche. Move that booty, girl. Move that booty. Are you coming? You're holding up the morning, girlfriend. Wouldn't expect anything less from Miss Blanche. Huh. Okay, monkey. No jumping. See, we're having to really work on that. You ready? Come on. So the persimmons, hi, girlfriend. The persimmons, this is one of our big persimmon trees that you always see the goats trying to get up in and eat. You can see the persimmons are coming on really strong. Fall is on the way, folks. Winter is on the way. Winter is coming. I know, you need a big brushing. You're turning, look, you're turning into a big woolly bear. Big woolly bear. Yeah. Yes, girlfriend, give me all the kisses you got, girl. Just do it right now. Ah! No! Okay, check the gate. How's the gate doing? So we're gonna have to put up, see all this big roll of fencing? We're going to have to double guard that because girlfriend, she will, I think, potentially be a digger. Cochise was never a digger. He never tried to get out. He is completely 100% devoted to running the field and being in the barn. He likes to lay in the barn, lay with babies, lay with the quail, whatnot. Some of y'all have suggested those look here, she's starting to mat. She gets out and she rolls in the wet grass. And it's just like a big shag rug. You cannot shave these dogs. I know some of you are like, just shave her. You cannot do that. It's not what you're supposed to do. But keeping her managed, I can trim that out, which is what we do. Just kind of trim that out. Just cut it, scissor cut, and then brush her. Girlfriend, I think you're going to be a beast. So when Cochise goes out, he goes over by the water trough where the cows stomp around and have incredible mud piles. And, well, he likes the mud. So what's happened, she hears me, hi baby. So what happens is after we do the chores and all the lovey and we run and do all of that, she sort of chills out a little bit. And I put her on that long tether. And right now she doesn't like it, but when I go away, she'll lay down. And what happens is the goats love the persimmon tree too. So what happens is, and I've posted this the past couple of days, past couple of weeks, the goats, at least the younger ones, come and they lay with her all around the tree. And the beauty is that if they get up and start playing and running, she can only go so far. So she's learning to not chase. You don't want chasing and you don't want nipping. She doesn't nip, that's not been an issue, but she loves to play. And the goats take that, some of them did at least, take that as a threat. And Bubba, my oldest goat, Mama, she got very fierce about it. So it is learning boundaries. Training dogs like this, I'm gonna tell you right now, a lot of people tell you 2 years, it could push into 3. It just depends on the actual circumstances and your involvement every day. You're gonna see this video be about 20 minutes or less. I've been out here an hour and 15 minutes. That's how long it takes every morning. Say good morning. There's Adam. He's doing so good. Yeah, and Katniss and all my babies. Would you stop nibbling? Nibble, 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 nibble. Hey, girl. Hey, I'm going to conclude the video now, okay? They love you. Yeah, they love you. Do we want to just make a video about you? Would you like that? Yes? Okay, we'll talk about it. Okay, girlfriend. Okay. So, the whole point of the video is to say, slow and steady wins the race. Taking all precautions as you go, as you need to, matters. You can't just throw an animal out there willy-nilly. And because we have taken the time, I think, to do things the way that we have, using the stall method. We have a large crate for her. She's had the largest crate ever known to dog and man. So we put her in that. Inside the stall next to Cochise, we put her out. He watches, he notices, and after time, he sees she's not a threat. Also, a big thing is I feed them separate times, separate places. And another thing that I did with Cochise, which I think helped, is when I feed him first. He gets fed first so he can have his time and have his moments or whatever. And then when I go to feed her though, I'll give him like a tiny little handful bit of her food as well. So he doesn't, it's just like, hey, it's like a treat. You know, you've already been fed, but here's, it's a distraction and there's no threat. So there's no food dominance going on, because I think that would be the biggest issue, honestly. I think if we entered the arena of, they're not going to eat food next to each other. No. Don't even try. Don't even try that. But so far, so good. So I'll go and finish the chickens and do some laundry and all that. And I look out my window. We constantly check, and then I'll come up at noon or 11 and check and see if everything's going on. If I need to put her up, if we leave or whatever, every day is different. So that's what you're going to find out with your animals and your farm, whatever you've got. Every day is different. You have a routine, but you have to have modifications too. And don't ever let anyone push you into just throwing something out there or go do this or whatever. It's your farm. They're your critters. They know you and you know them better than anyone else. And slow and steady wins the race. Okay, kids, I'll see you here in a little bit. Gotta go do some laundry. Mama's working. We'll see you on the next video.